Hey, what's up, everybody? Pin here, and I'm going to show you guys how I got this device, which is the Dynalink Android TV box, configured, and how I would do it for a client. So, first things, I'm going to run through the customized channels. So, I turned all this off. So, of course, it's going to be dependent on the person who's doing the programming as far as what apps they're going to be putting on the device. So, you're going to be getting different applications that pop up here, but Play next on my stuff is off. Don't need it. Analytic don't need it. Prime don't need it. Promotion channels don't need it. Don't care for it. When I give this to a family friend or a client, the only thing I care for is this apps row. That's it. I do not care for anything else to be on the screen. This way, it is a very clean and simplistic style of viewing so that the end user can just easily switch between their apps, get their content, and get out. That was the whole purpose of me setting up this way. So if you're used to seeing Android tvOS and a whole bunch of rows going down, not over here. Not with this box. I'm just keeping it as simple as possible. I even took all that stuff off the shield. I'm like, forget it. Like, why? I don't need it. Don't need to see it. Just cluttered. It's just a cluttered mess. So I just took it off. Um, I don't put a gazillion applications on my devices. I only put what I need. As you can see here, I have one, two, three, four, five. As far as presentation wise, now there are some apps that I have took off the favorites um, for educational purposes. And yeah, usually I put about 5 or 6 apps on either stick or box, and this method works. Just works. Live VOD, speed tester, Google Play, and file link. I mean, it's ready to go. Alright, so I'm going to go to settings. Signed into my network through Wi-Fi. This is a dual band box. I am not signed in currently because this is just a quick demo. Um, this is essentially when a client first gets the box from me, they'll have to sign in through their stuff and they'll be able to download the updates through the Google Play Store or whatever the case may be. But this is not the video for that. Apps are here. I'm going to go to device preferences. Okay, so about if you want to become a developer, you will press build several times or until you see the message you're a developer. As you can see, I'm already a developer, so it's not going to work for me. And it was no point in doing a factory reset on this because the simplicity of this is just plug and play, really. You know, you load your apps that you want on it, good to go, just works. Date and time, language, keyboard, I left at default. Sound, if you have some surround sound setups, you can go in here and configure some things. I left mine at default. Storage, I don't have that many apps on the device. You see that my apps only take up 1.6 gigs. That's not a lot at all. And I have 3 gigs available. So storage isn't going to be much of an issue for me because I limit the amount of apps that I put on my box specifically. In the home screen, these were on by default, enable video previews and enable audio previews. I turned those off. I want this to run as smooth as possible. This thing got 2 gigs of RAM. So if I can turn some stuff off while still keeping it simplistic for the client or for a friend or a family, I'm going to do it. So I turned that off. I don't use Google Assistant and I don't use Chromecast built in. Screensaver, I just changed it to where after 1 hour of inactivity, it goes to the colors mode. They give you a few options. And put the device to sleep, I'll put to never. And this is personal preference, so I'll be back out of that. In developer options, once you become a developer, you would get this menu in your box. I was a bit disappointed that there wasn't any network debugging, considering that it was Android tvOS. I was a bit shocked at that, but I got this HDMI capture card going, so that'll suffice. I'm going to scroll all the way down because most of this I let that default. Besides this, under apps in your developer options, I turned on don't keep activities. Destroy every activity as soon as the user leaves it. I like that because it does exactly that. And I think for clientele, it's going to leave one less task for them to do. Not to say that they should be lazy and don't clear the cache manually sometimes, but that's a nice little feature. And that's it. I didn't change anything else but that in developer options. Location, I turned that off. And when you first do it, it's going to give you all of the boot screens for that usage off. Accessibility, I let that default. And I can reboot this if I want to. And that is it. That's essentially how I set up my Dynalink Android TV box. For a client, for family and friends, this is it. Like I said, I have extra apps on the box, but this is what I would usually show um, for programming purposes. A live app, a cable app, a speed test, live VOD speed test, Google Play, and a file link. And that's all you need, folks. At least that's all I need. So it just works. If you haven't invested in a box, I strongly suggest that you do, because now is the perfect time to do it. Because they are currently $30, but at the end of this month, they will return back up to $50. So stock up if need be, and happy streaming. And thank you for watching this video.